Feral, huh?
AF.
Did you get in any fights today?
Not today. No, it was actually kind of quiet this morning, which is good.
It is 10:04. We got here like a couple minutes after the doors opened here at the bins, so we didn't film anything beforehand. Anything good happened on your phone there?
No. Just checking in on my messages. I don't look at my phone while I'm in there, so I have offers and messages and questions and...
Any good offers?
No.
Anyway, we got here. They did a few rotations. They were rotating at an okay pace, not as fast as the last time. I got some pretty underwhelming stuff, pretty mediocre stuff. I think there's maybe 2 things that I'm moderately excited about. So as you can see, I did really well today. You did better, I think. I think you said you found some.
I found some good stuff. Today was the day of muumuus and Western wear. You'll see.
Muumuu. Yes, I did get some Western wear, and I did find some muumuus. However, I gave those muumuus right on over to you. I'm not quite ready to cross over into muumuu territory. Yeah, that's never going to happen.
No.
So you're safe there. I think you're going to be okay. But yeah, we have a lot to do today. I gotta take pictures. We gotta ship because it's Monday. We're doing the consignment chat ladies show today with Theresa. So that's going to be in the middle of the day. We got a lot. We got a lot to do.
Lots and lots to do.
What do you think about getting some coffee?
I think that's a good plan.
Actually, this time you're getting me coffee.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Okay.
You look cute.
Thanks.
So it's actually Wednesday now. We did our haul, or we went to the bins on Monday, but Monday was a crazy day, correct?
Yes.
And we had so many other things going on. We had stuff going on yesterday, but we haven't been back to the bins yet. So this still is the same day haul from the bins visit, and we will start with Victoria. Look how cute you are.
So I didn't know when you were ready for me to start. Anyway, okay, so this is what I picked up the first day, Monday morning at the bins. It was not a hard goods day and it wasn't a linens day. It seems like a Western and Hawaiian day. Weird combo, but anyway, you'll know what I mean in a second. First of all, I picked up this pretty cool heavy duty leather bullet belt. I mean, I don't know who's wearing this stuff, but there was a whole bunch of... I don't know what brand that is. I can't really tell. I don't know. I'll look it up after. I really can't see it. But big, heavy belt. I'm sure it's going to be worth something, right? I mean, I don't know. 30 bucks? 50 bucks? More? Who knows? I picked up these Clark's shoes. These are the original, chukka boots, desert boots by Clark's. These always sell really well. They've got the gumshoe soles. And these are suede and they're in really good shape. They're men's. So I'll probably sell these for like 50, 60 bucks. And they weighed like, I don't know, 2 pounds, maybe 3 pounds. Okay, so this is not vintage. And that's not a stain. That's actually just some kind of scuff mark. So this is just from the Lion King, LA. So it's probably one of the theater productions there in LA. But it's this nice heavy duty yellow sweatshirt, hoodie. I don't know what it's worth. 30, 40 bucks maybe? All right, I'm a sucker for cute baby clothes. I really am. Katy actually handed this one to me, but look at this little snap-off hood on this little romper. This is vintage 90s Gymboree. Cute little boy's little rugby outfit. I'm in love with it. I'll probably sell it for about 40 bucks. I picked up a bunch a few months ago, and I sold every one for between $30 and $50, every outfit. And it's that primary colors from the 90s, just like that. So, this is nothing special. This is just a black Wrangler Western shirt. This is a vintage one, and it is a little bit heavy duty. So, I mean, I'll probably get 30 or 40 bucks for it. It's not super small, and being a solid color is nice. This is vintage, 70s or 80s, just a slip to go under a dress, but really pretty lace in these little cutout panels. Somebody could actually wear this as a regular dress. It's kind of got a little goth vibe to it. I don't know what I'll put that for, 30, 40 bucks or so. Okay, so I do have 2 pairs of Western jeans. One pair Katy found for me, and one pair I found. They're both a little bit dirty and stained, and they're teeny tiny. So first of all, These are women's jeans, and these have such a long inseam. She's got to be like a size 0, but 6 feet tall. But vintage with this like snap over front, it's almost like Z Cavaricci's were, but they're not. They're Panhandle Slim, which is a vintage Western company. They make shirts and jackets and stuff for men and women. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to sell them for. I'll probably list them really high, but I don't know how long it will take to sell because they are super tiny. They've got to be like an extra small, maybe a size 0 waist. All right, so this is another pair. This brand is one that I know I've talked about before, but Rocky Mountain jeans. These are vintage as well. Must have been from the same person because also very tiny and very, very long inseam. I think it says 36 inseam. So that's really long for a woman. Yeah, inseam 36. They're calling this a 27-inch waist. I beg to differ. I don't think it is. But anyway, super high-waisted, and they are white. Look at all this staining. The staining is pretty bad. But I'm just going to throw them into a bleach bath with everything else and see what happens. This doesn't have any tags, but it does feel like vintage fabric. And this is just kind of like a tunic or mini dress. So I would say this is probably 60s or 70s with these really pretty bell sleeves. Again, no tags or anything like that, but the fabric feels vintage. It's probably handmade. And I'll probably list it for like 50 bucks. This is definitely vintage. Not handmade, but because there's no tags, but there are these little straps that most people would not put on a handmade item. Oh, maybe, actually, that's not true. That's the elastic. Sorry, I thought it was straps. So yeah, definitely handmade. What's nice is that this is a bigger size. This is vintage 90s, kind of a Western wear with the purple and the Aztec thing. What's nice is that this will stretch to a bigger size. So this could be like for a size medium, probably up to an extra large or so. And that's nice because vintage clothing is harder to find in the lump sizes, as they call it. It exists. It's just harder to find. This is just Free People, We the Free. This may not actually make it into my store because it looks like something I would wear. Long, distressed, baggy flannel shirt. I may keep it, but we'll see. If I don't keep it, I'll list it for like 45 bucks. This is, the brand is called Monorino. I've seen it before, but I don't really remember if it's a good brand or not. I picked this up because this is just a very earthy, boho, kind of like baggy, natural looking dress. Perfect for those hippie, crunchy summertime outfits. It might be worth listing for the brand, but it's not. I picked it up for the style. So this will probably be listed in the $50 range as well. I picked this up because these are vintage. Somebody thought they were probably costume, I think, because they were priced in the store for $5.99 and nobody grabbed them. But these are vintage. These are probably true 70s, early 80s kind of disco, you know, bright purple, shiny spandex pants. I don't know. They're fun. I'll probably list those in the $60 range. Again, Western wear all day. It wasn't just men's, it was women's too. But this is a men's suede vest with a shearling inside. And here's our tags on this. It just says genuine leather, made in Mexico. It's pretty cool. There's one little spot. I might try to spot clean it, but it's not that important if it comes out or not. It's a vibe. It's a look. I'll probably list that around $100. Okay, this brand is not something I know anything about, but made in Egypt. This long kind of tunic looking thing. I don't know if this is supposed to be a sleep thing. I don't know. I was just intrigued by it. Long fuzzy thing with a pattern. I have no idea. This is the brand. Ephraim Tex. Made in Egypt. I don't know. It looks kind of vintagey. It looks kind of fun. It looks a little retro. I'm going to go with it. These are filthy, but also pretty fun. These are 1970s Levi's corduroys, and they're pretty worn.
We've got some, you can practically see through the pockets here. There's some holes. These are men's, and they're very, you can see the staining back here. I don't know if they'll come clean or not, but I'm gonna try. There's, if the staining comes out, the wear is irrelevant. So look, they've got this kind of flare leg and the fringe on the sides, super fun. I can see a man or a woman wearing these. So we'll see if I'm able to get them clean. If I can, those will probably be like $150 I will list them for. Let's see. Here's another Western shirt. This is authentic Western Young Gods. Doesn't really matter. It's just a plaid Western shirt. There's the tag. You can tell it's vintage. Pearl snap front. These sell all the time. I pick them up regardless of the brand or the size or even the pattern, because these basic plaid pearl snap shirts always sell for $30 to $40 on any platform. And then this is mostly like patio dresses, caftans, and muumuus that I found. And they're all vintage to a degree. This is just this blue stripe with this nautical thing on top. So ugly, but I swear these things sell. I sell them very quickly. I'll probably sell it for $30 or $40. They're definitely the bread and butter type things. This is an actual muumuu, a Hawaiian muumuu. And this is the brand. It's Muumuu Lanai. So it's made in the USA, Hawaii. So this is probably 80s or 90s. There's some spotting and staining on this, but I'll get it clean. It's just a basic cotton muumuu. And these sell for like $50. The bigger the sizes, the better. Tiny little Hawaiian dresses or muumuus don't sell quite as quickly or for as much money. It's usually the bigger women that actually want something like this, flowy and casual and lightweight. So the bigger sizes sell faster. These look like they all came from the same person's wardrobe. This is another one made in Hawaii. Another very basic, just a teal and white muumuu. Here's another one, vintage 80s. This is green. They almost all have some kind of little spot on them, but because it's cotton, it's fairly easy to like spot treat and clean. Even if it doesn't come out all the way, these patterns are so busy that you really can't see faint little marks on them. I'll note it, of course, in the description if it doesn't come out, but for the most part, you can't see them. So they don't really affect the selling. Here's another one in the pastel purple. These are all 80s to 90s. Here's another nautical one with flamingos, super cute. Again, these are all going to be in the $30 to $50 range. Here's one more. I think this is the last one. This one's kind of a little bit more, I don't know, looks a little bit more like Mexican peasant dress, which I like. And then just a vintage men's dress shirt in the 90s. It's got like this narrow collar. Nehru, N-E-H-R-U is Nehru collar. It's kind of that stand-up collar or band collar. And this is the brand, Radic Bros. Not familiar with it, but I don't think that's necessarily important. And then it's just a pullover kind of tunic shirt. And then real quickly, I just wanted to show a couple of things. So we have a friend, a local friend here in town who's a reseller. His name is Matt, and he's starting a new podcast, and we'll share it with you when it comes out and when he completes it. But he came over our house the other night to interview us for his podcast. And he's so sweet. He doesn't ever come empty-handed. He came to do this, and then he decided to give us some stuff for our time, which was really sweet. But it's some really good stuff, so I just wanted to show you. So it's only a reseller that you can walk into their house and go, here's some old crap, and I hope you love it, and everybody does. So I think that's funny. So one of the things he got is this vintage, it looks like it's 1970s Pendleton board shirt. I know Pendleton is a little bit jumped and is not quite as valuable as it once was, but the vintage stuff still does very well. It does not appear to have any holes, or if it does, there's one really tiny one and I can't find it. So that's kind of exciting. I don't know what they're going to sell for right now, but they used to be able to get about $150. I think I can still at least get $100 for it. This is also vintage 80s or early 90s Victoria's Secret gold label tag. And this is just kind of a sheer blouse with some cutout. They call it like the flocking, so it has some velvet and stuff. This will probably sell for $30 to $40 as well. And then lastly, just a fun like vintage jacket. It's kind of in like this cafe racer style, like the members only jackets with the epaulettes on the shoulders. And this is the Diamondback Lounge, whatever that may be. It could have been like in reference to the Arizona Diamondbacks. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up and see where the bar or lounge was located and give a little history if it matters. If nothing else, this is a jacket that I would get for $40 or $50 just because it's a cool 80s jacket with a fun logo. So that's it. That's what I got my first day at the bins for the week. I have more to get, and now I'm gonna go process all this stuff. I'm gonna clean it and wash it and spot treat it and all that good stuff and get it listed, hopefully within a week.
Okay, it's my turn. The battery on the regular camera died in the middle of Vicki's little haul, which is why you probably noticed a switch up in the look a little bit, maybe the sound as well, hopefully not too much. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you my haul. She definitely made out better than I did. For me, I felt like it was a somewhat mediocre haul. We're definitely gonna have to go back at least 2 more times this week, probably tomorrow or maybe tomorrow. But we've got what, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to get through the week. So let's get started on mine. First thing I grabbed here, these are not vintage. These are Oakley snowboarding pants. I can see Oakley right there. They're in really good condition. Again, not vintage. I probably paid like $3 for them. I know I showed them to Vicki when I was there and she was like, they don't really sell for me, but apparently I like to pick stuff up like that anyway. But hopefully, if not now, sometime closer to the time when people might actually be using them out on the slopes, maybe I can sell them for at least 50 bucks. I don't know. We'll see. Me and my pants. I don't like buying pants, you guys. Anyway, a lot of these t-shirts I'm probably just going to list for like 35 bucks or so. This is, I saw like there were a lot of t-shirts in the bins from Montana, so clearly someone from Montana got rid of a bunch of their stuff. This t-shirt is dead stock. It's the Finland Hotel in Montana. I don't know, maybe people who are obsessed with Yellowstone will want to buy some Montana stuff. Who knows? I don't know anything about this hotel. I haven't looked any of this stuff up. I don't know if it's still there, but kind of a cool graphic on the back. Are hotel t-shirts a thing? Could be no. Could be no. Again, guys, when we're showing this stuff, a lot of times we're just experimenting too. I mean, some stuff we know we can sell. Some stuff might be a huge mistake, especially if you ask Britt. Right, Britt? Maybe I'll do 35 on that. 30 bucks. Who knows? Maybe it'll be 20. Next up, this is another Montana one. This shirt definitely needs to be washed and bleached. This is from 2003, so it is vintage on the Hanes tag right there. It is the International Choral Festival. It's got a really cool graphic on it. This is from Missoula, Montana, 2003. Kind of a cool graphic. It is double stitch, not single stitch or anything, which you don't generally see in the 2000s. All right, next up, this is one Vicki actually grabbed for me, probably because I did well on my polygamy beer t-shirt. So this is Prohibition Brewing Company in Vista, California. Doesn't have a date on it, but based on this tag, I'd say this is probably, I mean, it could be late 90s, but most likely this is Y2K. I mean, see they're made in Mexico. It does still have the thicker collar. And anyway, Prohibition in the back, Prohibition, and a cool graphic. So, I mean, at the very least, I would hope I can get about 30 bucks. Next up, this is actually one I grabbed for me. I always love it when I find one that fits me. And I wear a lot of black t-shirts, pretty much that's all I wear. And you know I love my movies. So this is a really cool Universal Monsters shirt with Frankenstein's monster. you've got the Mummy, you've got Dracula, you got Wolfman, you got Bride of Frankenstein, and you got Creature, was that Creature from the Black Lagoon? There you go. So, pretty cool shirt. I'll be wearing that myself. I'll be selling that for $0. Next up, I don't know what this is. I mean, it's a car shirt, I guess, but I don't know if there's something more to it. This is not vintage that I can tell. It's on this Gildan tag. I mean, this is probably within the last 10 years or so. Little front graphic, same as the back graphic, which is much bigger. It says, Einfach Deutsch, simply German, Las Vegas. I mean, it's a Volkswagen symbol there. I don't know, it's kind of cool, right? Long sleeve. We'll see. Maybe I'll list that for like 48, hope to get at least 40. Next up, as we tell you guys, anything rodeo pretty much sells, some for more than others, but it's generally a safe bet that you'll be able to sell it. This is from 2008, so not quite vintage. This is when you start to see kind of the changes in tags. Again, I always tell you guys to make note of when a shirt has a date on it, so you can kind of see the evolution of tags. So this is 2008, so it's like 5 years away from being called vintage. It's on this Anvil blue bar tag, and it's one of those tearaway labels. So you start to see, you know, we're actually getting close. I feel like it's going to be real confusing once we get to the point where stuff actually is, you know, vintage t-shirts have the printed on tag or the tearaway tags. But this still has like the thicker collar, hasn't gone to like the super thin collar. And this is Palace Station, but this is for the rodeo. This is the National Wrangler Finals rodeo. It's got a nice little cowboy rodeo graphic there. So I feel like I could still probably sell this for like 30 bucks. And it looks like it's dead stock, so it's in good condition. Next up, these are not like fast sellers by any means, but you know, if I'm desperate and I need some stuff, these car shirts, I can probably get, this one's pretty discolored. I need to wash it and bleach it, but this is Legend of Summer. This is Les Schwab 2005 tire centers, but it's got these cool cars on it. Looks like they're Chevys, and say at the bottom just says Les Schwab, so 2005. You can see the cool cars. Next up, we've got Bubba the Love Sponge. I think he's what? He's like a radio personality, right? So this is Bubba in Vegas, 2006. Bubba the Love Sponge. I mean, I don't think this shirt would be worth a whole lot more than like maybe 20, 30 bucks at most. But this one is signed by him. I don't know if it gives it that much more value, but it'll probably price it at like 48. Hope to sell it for 40. It's on this Gildan Ultra Cotton tag. Again, this one says 2006, so it's 3 years away from being considered vintage. And yeah, just a little signed shirt. It looks like it's dead stock, so whoever it was just got it signed and then they didn't wear it or wash it. This is just a gardening t-shirt. This is from the National Home Gardening Club, a charter member of all things, guys. This says, old gardeners never die, they just spade away. And this is probably, it's on this Anvil red bar tag. So this does not have a date on it, but I would guess this is like late 90s, early Y2K. Probably just priced this at like 30 bucks. All right, next up, this dumb shirt. You like how I'm selling that? This dumb shirt. This is, I'm sure you've probably seen this on the interwebs. It says designated driver. It's got the dog riding the horse with his drunk owner behind him. It's silly. This is on this Beefy T Hanes tag. This is probably, I mean, maybe it's Y2K. I don't know with that Hanes tag. I'd have to like look it up to reassure myself of when exactly that black tag comes from. But silly tee, silly. All right, this is one of my like true, like really true vintage tees here that I picked up. And it is a Jesus tee. It's a God tee, you guys. It's nice and faded. It's super soft. It's on the Best Fruit of a Loom tag. It is single stitch all around. Let me show you that single stitch. You can see that right there on the sleeve, but it's on the sleeves and on the hem of the shirt. And it, like I said, super soft, super worn and faded, but in all the right ways. And it says, God has been so good to me. And then the back says, when I look around and think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. Thank you, Lord. I won't complain. Well, I'm going to continue to complain when I feel like it, okay? And I think Jesus will be okay with that. But anyway, just kind of a fun graphic Christian tee. This one, I'll probably price this at like $70 and hope to get $50 to $70 for it. All right, I'm down to my last two things that I got at the bins. These are probably the most valuable, potentially, of everything. Vicki showed you that cute little toddler jumper little outfit. It was really cute that I gave her because I'm not looking to get totally into toddler clothing. However, I did pick this one up for myself, and I was not giving it to Vicki. This is a baby bagosh by Oshkosh Bagosh. Cute little overalls. It's got, let's see what's going. It's like a little sportsing one. We've got like tennis going on there. It might all be tennis, but look at yeah, it's all tennis. Look at the cute little dog with his little workout headband on. It just says tennis star, super cute. And it is, the reason I grabbed this is because it is made in the USA, as you can see right here. And for anyone who knows about Oshkosh Bagosh, the made in the USA stuff is super desirable. I'll have to look and see if I can find this exact print, but it's a safe bet I'll be able to get at least $50 for it. Just super, super cute right there. So I figured I'm desperate. I'm desperate, guys. I gotta pick it up. All right, and more Western stuff like Vicki said. This is a Wrangler, a vintage Wrangler Western shirt. This is actually really, really cool. Look at the graphic on this. It's like it's got the stripes, but it also has kind of the Southwestern print alternating with the stripes. Just a super cool one. It's got the pearl snap buttons. I like these ones. They're the black ones, pearl snap. So it's a really cool shirt. I don't know really what the price range is on these, but with this graphic, I mean, just off the top of my head without looking anything up, I might price it at like $70 and hope to get $50 to $70, but who knows, it might go for less than that. I just think this particular pattern is especially cool, so I'll do it. All right, so that's everything that I got. So, not too great, but still gonna have some good gems in there. Now, Vicki was saying that our friend Matt came over to record the first episode of his podcast. I believe it's called Not My Society, but it's not out yet, and we will definitely share that with you guys when it does come out. But it was a really good conversation. We got into stuff that we've never talked about before on other shows or even our show. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how it's received. But as Vicki said, he did bring presents, and it kind of saved. He came over Monday night, so I had like this mediocre day at the bins, and then he comes with these gifts, and it made everything better. So thanks, Matt. You made everything better. We'll start out. He brought me 4 things. This is just kind of a basic touristy shirt, Pat O'Brien's, New Orleans, just kind of a 90s touristy shirt, single stitch all around. It's a nice big XL size. So this should be great. This should be good for, $30 to $40. Next up, this is actually the first thing he handed to me, and I love it. I'm dropping stuff on the ground here. This is a Dilbert shirt from 1989. So it's on this Fruit of the Loom tag. You'll see this Fruit of the Loom tag most often on a 90s shirt, but occasionally you will see it on a late 80s shirt, and this is one of those. So 1989. And the graphic, it's actually got Dogbert on it, and it says, "Out, out, Saint Dogbert casts out the demons of stupidity." Look at his cute little hat and his little wand. And then the back just says Dilbert, and it's got like the copyright stuff on it. But this is single stitch all around. I'm actually in the middle of listing this right now. I'll probably put it up for, I don't know, 70 or something. We'll see. I'll have to look and see what other stuff I can find. This exact same one. We'll see. My favorite t-shirt he gave me, though, one of my favorites I've seen in a while, because this is exactly up my alley. Also, Vicki was trying to steal this to wear herself, and I said, no, you can't take it. This is an 80s shirt. It's on this Allure tag. Get that up there. It's on this Allure tag. It's 50-50 cotton poly blend. And it's really interesting because I'm gonna show you the back first. It's like a raglan, which it's like, you know, that baseball where it's got this seam that goes down this way. So it's kind of like a raglan, but it's like the sleeves are made of this kind of mesh almost material. And then it's regular t-shirt material here. But the graphic on this is amazing. I love it. It says Cheyenne and then Beach Club. Most likely the shirt probably came out with like different locations on it. You'll see that sometimes with some of these kind of fun nature tees from the 80s and 90s. It'll have different places on it, these tourist tees. But this, the actual shirt says 1986. But look at this graphic, this is really fun. Beach Club, this guy's got his surfboard, and you've got this lady rabbit over here hanging out, sunbathing, listening to her her stereo. And then you got this peeping rabbit right here who's real into what's happening down there on the beach. You've got a bear doing some reading. You've got this guy. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a beaver or what he's supposed to be. Anyway, it's super fun. Really, really cute. I love it. I already listed this. I listed it for like 100, but I mean, I know that's wishful thinking, but I'm hoping to get like 70 for it. I just, you know, I don't want to let it go too quick, right? But this is like something that will most likely sell on Etsy. So, but guys, when I say these amounts, these are like the pricing. These are the prices that I'm putting on my stuff. I could definitely see somebody else who wants to move things a little more quickly pricing this at like 40. So, you know. And then this is actually one I need to wash it. It's got some staining on it and stuff, but I love this so much. This is I'm thinking 80s. I don't think I've seen this exact tag before. This is a satin bomber jacket and made in the USA. And seriously, guys, this is the best thing ever. Look at it. Hold on, let me button this up a little bit so I can show it to you. But you know, you always, whenever you get like these jackets and they have somebody's name embroidered on them, you're always hoping with the old stuff, you're always hoping for a good name, you know, like a good old-timey name, or, you know, it could just say Dick. So I'm very happy about my Dick jacket. Now we say don't be a dick unless you're this dick, and then you're gonna wear this jacket so that everybody knows that you're a cool dick, all right? You're not one of those dicks. But I love it. I need to wash it before I photograph it and list it. But there you go, guys. There you go. All right, guys, just showing you a little extra little tidbit. I took all of my pictures of everything I got last week, which was 75 pieces. That stuff still needs to be measured. That's all the jackets and other stuff. There's a couple t-shirts there, but all the rest of the t-shirts are in the other room. But 75 pieces last week that I had to do. Vicki has a bunch of hard goods she has to take pictures of. This is like our little photography area. Vicki's got all this stuff to do, but she just recently, just the other day, this is what happens when you're like deciding I'm going to go to the bins 3 times a week and do all of this sourcing. You actually have to process it and you actually have to photograph it. And she almost died photographing all of these linens. Vicki, did you survive?
I made it.
You made it. Now she's clickety-clacking away over there doing some listing, because once you really get into it like this, it never stops. And now this is the stuff she just showed you, but it's got to be washed. But luckily, we've got our laundry room right there. So, but this is a disaster.
Total disaster.
We're upstairs working hard, and you guys are down here doing absolutely nothing. You're just hanging out, taking naps all day. You're so lazy. You don't do one thing to help us out or to pay for your keep. You just over here sleeping. Grizz, you're the worst offender. Look at you in your little cave. How dare you? How dare you?